This is the brilliant American M60 main battle tank, but this one isn't quite so brilliant. It belongs to our friends at Armageddon Tank Paintball. They also have a museum, and we're going to help them restore it, as it's in quite a bad state.
Last week we ran this engine up. And it wasn't running particularly well. It sounded all right, but it was smoking really heavily on this side. We had quite a few interesting comments from people. Some people saying, hey, look, you used ether on this side when you were trying to get it started. Maybe the heat from the ether and the extra compression freed the rings up, which is why this side ran well. It might be worth doing the same this side, or run it for a bit longer to try and get some heat up to free the rings off, because we thought, because of the amount it was breathing, the crankcase pressure, because it was breathing so hard, we thought there was stuck rings, or it was getting by the rings. We thought. And they were all great ideas from everyone, and we did try it. In an ideal world, I reckon it would have worked. But we're not in an ideal world. And it didn't work. And of course, everyone was saying, right, well, the next thing you need to do is do a compression test. Get the injectors out and do a compression test. Which we would. But we found something far worse. So there's no point doing a compression test. You don't need to do a compression test when you can see a hole in the piston. And it's not just one. We've got the camera down the piston hole at the minute, and that piston, I don't know whether you can see it, but it's not round.
There's a lot of melted material.
Yeah, it's also had quite a happy slap at something very shards there. It's all melted and gone disgusting. Now, I can't even get. Sorry, I'm suffering with hay fever terrible. I can't even get this injector out, which is worrying. So we're going to glaze past that. But we know there's issues with that one. The suspected issues with this one. Let's just have a little look down here. Now
that actually doesn't look that awful.
All right. That one looks like it's been firing, injecting nicely.
Sorry, I'm just going to try and...
The piston, look, you can actually see details on that.
Yeah,
that piston hasn't melted.
Look awful, no.
That one's probably okay.
It did look like as you pulled out there was a bit of a spot on it, but yeah.
Yeah, 1 minute. Let me just wipe my tip. We'll go in again.
Normally use the curtains for that.
What can we see?
Your tip in. Again, that one doesn't look awful.
There's oil in there, though, isn't there? Which...
Yeah, but there's going to be if the rings are stuck. But I mean, you don't get the perfect picture, do you? But it's not awful.
Now I do know that this one, we have turned the engine over. This one is the one next to that is bad. This is the one where you can actually see.
Oh, you can see the pitting already. I mean, it's right at the top there, isn't it? But
yeah, the piston is. But when you get the piston to the bottom, it's very much ungood.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could see it wasn't great there.
Let's have a look
just from the centre of the bore.
So this is the very end cylinder now. Can't remember what this was like.
I'll tell you what, my camera work really is the tits.
Well, it's a joint effort. You've got your camera work, well, I've got my camera work.
Yeah, I know, but I keep forgetting that I'm meant to be looking at this phone. That one's right at the top as well, but doesn't look awful yet.
No, I'd say it's right. You see that little mark? That looks like where the injector's been.
Yeah.
Injecting. I'd say that was
probably all right, isn't it?
A bit of scoring on the ball there, look.
Yeah, just how bad it is. So we know for certain we've got 2 bad ones, and then with that injector stuck in there, most likely.
What we got is bad, potentially bad.
I don't think there's any potentially about it.
Not awful. Bit of oil. Really bad. Not awful.
Yeah.
But there is some positives with this, and I'll show you this is. Because it is an air-cooled engine, it means that the heads, the sleeves, the cylinder liners are removable individually So what I'm hoping to do, and what we're going to do today in this video, is strip it down. We're going to take all this inlet off, turbo off, oil cooling pack, all the tin work, fans off, exhaust manifolds off, and we're going to try and pull the worst, the known bad ones to bits and see what we're dealing with. And then we're going to see if we can actually get the replacement parts and hopefully salvage this engine. We do think the other side's okay, so if we can sort out the few bad points this side, we'll be well away. Now, someone also said, oh, it's an air-cooled engine, why has it got radiators on it? So for people that aren't familiar, we shouldn't just assume everyone knows. These are oil coolers. So an air-cooled engine relies more on the oil being cooled because it doesn't have water to cool it, so you end up cooling the oil. So on these packs, you've got one pack which I believe is for the transmission.
Yep.
And you've got another pack which is
engine oil
for the transmission. But I've just realised now, looking at it, they're actually in half.
Yeah.
So this one here, that's one, and so there's your transmission. That side, I didn't realise, so we're learning on the job. But you can see here, you've got engine oil, pumping oil into them. So this side, same here, oil lines from the engine. So this radiator and that radiator are cooling the engine oil because it's not water cooled, and these further, the other half at the back, that's cooling the oil for the gearbox. So it's oil cooled and air cooled, not water cooled. So the radiators aren't for water, just so people know. So yeah, right, it's time to get dirty. We're going to get extremely oily. I've never took one of these to bits before. We've not looked at any manuals. We're just going to get straight into it.
What could possibly go wrong?
What could possibly go wrong? Well, it can't go much worse than it is now.
Well, I don't know. I reckon we can manage it.
One thing we want to keep an eye on is there is an overhead cam, and I want to somehow work out how we can keep the timing correct. So if we are lucky enough to get some new parts, that we don't lose the timing. So I'm going to get some gloves on. I'm going to try and stop sneezing. We'll strip this thing down. 1 minute. Right, take it away.
Take it away,
Aaron. Oh, we're getting there. Look at these valves. That one looks sick.
Yeah.
Look in there. Look. Oil.
Wait, I can't find that.
You see?
Oil.
Oh, look at the silver on the back of that.
Do you want to take it now?
Looks like a lot of metal's been coming out of
It does. It's been farming metal. Right, let's carry on. Stripping a bit more off. This is the one that we couldn't get the injector out of.
There she is.
Look at the old rocker. Rocking.
That's good, isn't it? Because you can adjust your tippity tappets quite easily.
Yeah, without taking the cover off.
Can I do it?
Right. Running out of table space. This was supposed to be for parts, not for tools. That's not come out how I thought it would. Right, with the cam out of the way.
That moved.
Ready?
Yeah.
Wow, that was bad.
And we thought the T34 was bad.
That liner though, how the hell has that got away with it? Jesus Christ. I can't believe that, can you?
That's disgusting. That's got hot, hasn't it? Or somebody's run it on petrol.
Let's shine in the floor with this.
Well, it's not beautiful.
It's not beautiful, but it could be a lot worse. I don't believe that, do you?
Well, that's why it was breathing.
God, Bennett. Yeah, it did have ring trouble. I was right. It was ring trouble. I reckon, do you think if we start it up and just give it a bit of an ether, it might free the rings?
I'm not sure if it's going to free the rings off.
No?
No. One of them's embedded in there.
That is rings. That's terrible, isn't it? Should I pull another cylinder off next to it?
Melted it so. What do you reckon? Somebody's tried to run it on petrol or something?
Look at the damage down there, look. God. Right, that was also, just so people know, incredibly hard to get these bolts off because of all of this and the cylinder being in the way. So I had to make a special spanner. Don't tell Dad that I've been installing one of his 16mm and cut it off. And yeah, crack one off one at a time with a pry bar down here, and that is extremely difficult. So we'll whip this one off, see what he's like, and slowly make our way across and see what they're all like, because they're not looking that good.
I think that's the problem, Ian.
What?
Why it's been getting so hot.
All the dirt.
Absolutely block solid, all the cooling fins on this one. Full of desert.
But it's a bit bad if a tank engine can be knocked out by a bit of dirt. I'm not saying that. It's probably because the oils leak from something like that, and then the sand's got stuck to the oil. It's made of paste, and that paste has then got jam around every orifice. So I don't know. It must be a common thing though with them. If this can't be the only one that's had trouble. Right, we ready?
I'm
I have
filming.
no idea what this one looks like because we couldn't get the injector out of it. It's got more compression than the other anyway.
It has.
Oh, there's still piston rings falling out of it.
But
Oh, God, look. Well, the rings have fell apart. Oh,
the top ring's broke.
top ring's completely gone.
Bottom two are okay. There they go again.
Wait, no, they're not. Oh, the half the piston's fell in half, look.
No.
Down that side.
No,
Look.
it can't have.
Yeah, look.
No, that hasn't happened.
Half the pistons fell to bits. There's a bit more piston ring. And that one had compression.
Yeah, well, you have two rings that are okay.
All control seals. He's quite happy still. Any bad damage?
No. He hasn't had it as bad as the rest, has he?
Every time you knock it, more falls out.
All this in here, look.
Yes, it's thick paste, look. That, you can't... That is like glue.
What was this one's like? Was he clear?
Which?
The one we just took off. Yeah, he's not so blocked up, see? He's blocked, but not as much as the next. Let's pull the next one off.
Yeah. Gudgeon.
What's the big end like? Give it a wiggle.
I think all that's good, isn't it? Not a bit of playing that.
Oh, there's a big end, that.
Bit of side to side. Shall we take the gudgeon out and pull this piston off? Shall we? Yeah.
That's not the piston to put on the trophy cabinet, though, is it?
No, that one is, but we're going to have to turn the engine over a little bit to do that. Gudgeon. It's a fair little end, isn't it? That little end is bigger than most cranks. That's perfect, isn't it?
Yeah, he's spot on.
Look, the bearing in there is perfect. But now we've got a half decent copy of a piston. Try and find some spare parts. So if you are washing at home and you do happen to have some pistons and liners for a Continental AVDS-1790 V12, hit us up, because we're in a spot of bother. What would cause that?
Heat.
Do you think he fractured? But why did the top ring go? Or do you think the top ring failed?
And it's letting fire down here then, because obviously that's keeping your fire.
Yeah.
So you're now getting heat down here
Where it
when
shouldn't
it's firing,
have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the top ring should keep all the heat above it.
Yeah.
Should.
But in this case,
The fire heat anyway, not you're always going to get heat.
I really want to get that really poorly looking piston off, don't you?
We'll pull the next bore off that one. That one might be just as bad because he is absolutely bung solid.
Bung!
There's no way any air is getting around the bottom of him.
That is not what you want around your air-cooled engine. You shouldn't have to dig for your liner bolts. That's bad, isn't it? That is the Sahara. Look,
Nice, well bunged.
bunged buggery.
Bungle.
You can see where that cowling covers it, and then it's trying to suck it through. Look, you can't pick that off. Not good. Ready? Compression noises are happening. Oh,
Jingle, jingle.
this seems to be a recurring thing. Ooh, look at that, how it's beat the ring. It's got like a sharp edge to it. Beat that ring. The Continental AVDS ring beater. Right, has it started to melt?
No. It's hot. It's got hot.
Is it hot now?
It's got a hot patch on it there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's hot.
Let's take him off. Give him a thorough inspection. Shall we have a little look in that? Shall we have a little look-see inside the old liner on this one? Because that last one we took off didn't actually look that horrific, all things considered. Oh, what's he like?
Easy that.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a bit of scoring.
There is a pittance.
He's got water in him, this one has.
Yes. That's fetched the rings off.
Oh, well. Always next year.
Well, there is always next year. Do you reckon that would get over with a big old honing or not?
A bit of a hang on there. Like clean it up. Depends how deep the pitting is.
Yes. Right. We need to get these in order. So, can we have at least one good cylinder out this side?
Moving.
No. No, we can't. Is the answer to that? Why has the top ring failed on all of them? This side. That seems to be the common thing. Absolutely
Temperature.
worn out. It's half the thickness. Have a little look in him.
Has it got a leading edge on these so you don't need a... Yeah, it has.
So you can just ram it
So you
in.
can ram the piston in without your...
Piston ring compressor, that's probably what they've done, is just smashed them all.
Sledgehammered them in.
It's not good, is it? Right, now we're getting up to one that's really bad.
Yeah, that's the...
This one here, you can actually see like melted aluminium on the inlet there. On the inlet, which is nice, isn't it? Not even on the exhaust. Oh, that's not good. That's not a good one. Oh. Oh dear. Yeah, that's very ungood. Poor old engine. Very blocked. I didn't hear any piston rings fall on the floor. Could that be the only good cylinder this side? It's got a top piston ring in it. It's fairly battered, but it is still there. Yeah, I think that's the only good ring in it. Oh wait. Oh no. That's part of the piston. Great. What a shame. Every single piston in this engine is damaged somewhere or somehow. See how there's a piece missing there? And all of that would have made a fair bit of wear on that side. That's terrible. I can't even get the gudgeon pinion out. Gunion or whatever it's called. But I wonder what it is that's caused all the damage. And I'm going to guess that that oil seal has started leaking from the fan. And it's leaked down here and made this paste. That paste has blocked all the fins. The temperature's got all the dust and stuff that the engine's sucking up through the fins as the oil's leaked down it when it stopped, and then when it started it sucked it back up. And I mean, look at the mud on top of here. No end. No end of rubbish. I mean, that injection pump, the governor house, is absolutely caked. So, anyone that's familiar with these engines, let us know in the comments what you think caused this engine to fail as catastrophically as this. And it is pretty catastrophic. So what a shame, really. It does make me wonder, you know, if this end's that bad and there's been a broken ring or a broken piston on every single one, it does make you wonder just how good the other side is. Just because it seems to be running all right. I did notice when it was running last, and in one of the videos you could see that when it was on tick over, it was flapping like that, but every now and again you'd see it suck the flap shut, which in my head would mean that a valve is sticking or something like that, and when the piston goes down, it's actually, for a split second, sucking out the exhaust. I don't know, again, let us know in the comments what you think. Is that normal? Do they do that? I wouldn't have thought so. It's a real shame because I don't think the engine's actually done a huge amount. Here's the hour clock. Let's have a look, see what it says on it. 42 hours, that's it. crazy, isn't it? We all know how long we've been here, but none of us know how long we've got left. And it doesn't matter how young you are. I wouldn't have thought that was a very old engine. 42 hours doesn't seem like an awful lot. Again, that might not be hours. That could be revolutions times 1,000 or 1,000,000. I'm not sure. Again, someone in the comments will let us know, but it doesn't seem an awful lot, which is a shame. It's definitely going to make this a much harder and longer restoration. We've started V'ing out some of the frontal armour with a gas just to get ready for the weld prep. That's going to have to be grinded down till it's absolutely clean. We're going to have to turn that over, power wash that, and V that ever so slightly as well, and hopefully get ready to stick that back together. I hope you've all enjoyed this video stripping down this Continental V12. It's been quite a task. It's been boiling hot in here, and these roller shutter doors during the day are like, with the sun on them, like giant radiators, and it's been very muggy. Normally I'm complaining that it's freezing or raining, but today I'm complaining because it's muggy. Can never be right, we are British after all. This weekend, shall I say tomorrow, because it is now Friday about 11 o'clock at night. But this weekend, we are going down to somewhere in Wales to recover a drag line with the Foden, an old Ruston Bucyrus. So, what could possibly go wrong? Hope you've all enjoyed it, and we'll see you again in another video. Maybe not on this for a day or two, while we find out what we're going to do with it. But until then, you'll see us again with another video in the future, where we make a decision what we're actually going to do with this engine. Is it going to be economically viable to replace all of these heads and pistons? Is the other side going to be the same? We don't know. Parts could be cheap, parts could be really expensive. I have absolutely no idea. We had to just diagnose the issue. We've diagnosed the issue. It's bad. Nothing that can't be mended. You've got to keep positive with all of this sort of thing. When things looking bad, you've just got to stay positive. And we'll see you again in another video with the M60.